I honestly wish somebody would have told me how overrated it is to own a home. My fiance and I just sold our house. We are back to renting. I'm ecstatic.
My biggest financial regret that I've ever had in life was purchasing a home back in 2021 for these 3 reasons. Number one, I had to put a 30% down payment on my home.
Everybody wants to own a home. I hope everybody gets the chance to own a home. But if you live in a rental or you live in an apartment, whatever, think about, you can call the landlord when shit breaks. Did you know?
So when I first bought my house, my mortgage payment was $1,151. After my first year living in that house, they raised my mortgage to $1,579.
Inflation and the cost of living is so high in America that homeowners are selling their homes and going back to rent. You know, like, this is so sad. Home has become so expensive to manage, to pay the bills, and just everything that comes with owning a home, that people are literally selling their homes and then going to rent. So I'm just going to show you a few videos.
I honestly wish somebody would have told me how overrated it is to own a home. My fiance and I just sold our house. We are back to renting. I'm ecstatic. He's ecstatic. We are saving so much. We were really young and stupid when we bought our house, so I'll give you that. But the weight that has been lifted off of our shoulders is, I can't explain it. There is so much maintenance that comes with the house, and our mortgage was ridiculously expensive. I can't even say the number because I'm embarrassed. We are probably not going to buy again for a very long time, or at least until we find our forever home. Just a PSA, if you're not ready for the maintenance and the cost that it comes to own a house, don't do it. Take your time. Please take your time, find a good realtor.
My biggest financial regret that I've ever had in life was purchasing a home back in 2021 for these 3 reasons. Number one, I had to put a 30% down payment on my home. My down payment was roughly around $330,000. I bought my 2-bedroom, 3-bath townhome for $910,000. And the reason why we had to put so much down at the time was just because of my income. I was only making around, I think, $100,000 to $110,000. That was the only way we could get the math work. Now, my monthly mortgage payment, if you factor in interest, taxes, HOA, etc., it's roughly around $4,200. If I was renting right now, I could probably rent a really nice 2-bedroom condo or an apartment for $3,500. So that would save me $700 a month. However, had I just not bought a home, I could have taken that $300,000 and $10,000, $20,000 that I used as a down payment and just invested in the stock market. We all know the stock market bottomed in 2022, and fuck, man, you see where it is today, right? I could easily have an extra, at the very minimum, couple $100,000 in my stock portfolio. Number two, in the market that I live in, renting is actually cheaper than buying a home. Again, as I previously stated, I probably am paying an extra, $700 to $1,000 more per month by owning a home rather than renting one. And then number three, owning a home is just really, really overrated. There's maintenance that you have to worry about. I've already had to replace an AC, and my home is like 3 to 4 years old. So it's actually really, really new. I'm sure at some point I'm going to have to replace a dishwasher, a washer and dryer. Owning a home is not cheap. There are a lot of expenses that come with maintaining a home, and you have to do it yourself. If I lived in an apartment complex, I could call the landlord and then they would send somebody to help me fix the problem. Honestly, if I could do it again, I would just rent a nicer apartment or a condo, whatever, in a nicer community, and then just invested my money instead in the stock market. But again, everybody's different. Everybody has different ways to invest and build wealth. Real estate is not one avenue of building wealth that I really like. All right, guys. Hope you guys like this video. Make sure you guys follow and like for more.
I hope everybody gets the chance to own a home. But if you live in a rental or you live in an apartment, whatever, think about, you can call the landlord when shit breaks. Did you know an air conditioner system costs $18,000? $18,000. Our air fucking conditioner went out. We live in Bakersfield. It's 100 and hell in Bakersfield. This air conditioner man came out yesterday. Air conditioner man, $18,000. And we have them home warranties. Cancel that shit. Just save your money. But when you're thinking about or sad about that you don't have a home yet, think about that. Our house was brand new when we moved in. We had it built. We've been in here for 10 years. I understand you got to keep things up, but $18,000, sir? Mind you, the water heater went out last month. That was like $1,000, but still, what the fuck? And now my refrigerator has the audacity to feel like it's not getting cold. Stay in your rental.
I was 26 and fell immediately into poverty. Okay, when I lived with my parents, I was living my best luxury lifestyle. I went to South Korea, bought a 2,000 plane ticket, didn't even blink twice. I went shopping, luxury goods, all that. Was traveling, was just, I was living it up. I felt rich. I had no bills. And I had a full-time 9-to-5 job. I was working as a nurse, okay? I was killing it. I bought my own house. That first mortgage payment came in and I was like, oh, this is a situation. But at first you think you can handle it, right? Like, what's a couple thou? What's a couple thou? I got it. But then the pipes in my 80-year-old home broke immediately as soon as I bought the house. Wiped out my savings. Then another pipe in a different area of the house broke. Okay, I'm struggling. Okay, I need help. Then my neighbor's pipe, it was a twin house, her pipe broke. And she didn't believe that her pipe broke, but her pipe broke on my side of the house. So all of that water that was coming down was spraying into my home. And then my water heater broke. When I tell y'all, I went from living in the lap of luxury to destitute immediately. Now, don't get me to fooling y'all, because it was worth it in the long run, because that house is now worth like 2 times what it was worth then. So I'm actually doing pretty good. But at the time, when I tell you I was struggling, I had to go to my parents every other day for dinner because your girl could not feed herself.
I fully regret buying a house now. Like, it's not the worst choice I ever made, but it's so expensive. But at the same time, it's exactly what rent would be costing me anyways. I'm almost an hour away from where I want to be and almost an hour away from work. It's a lot of upkeep, a lot of maintenance. I feel like the housing market could crash at any minute, and interest rates were high when I bought it, and so were prices. I rationalized it by telling myself, well, it's the same amount as rent, and I should get something back out of it at the end of the day. Which honestly, at this point, might not even be true. And I'm far away from everything, and I have an hour-long commute, and I'm tired, and I'm in a 3-bedroom house, and I live alone. I'm thankful. I'm very thankful that I'm able to do this. Don't get me wrong. I just don't know if it was the right choice, and I'm stressing over it right now. And I've only been here for like 8 months. I don't know what to do.
Okay, so here's something they will not tell you when you buy a house, or at least they didn't tell me, and now I'm salty. So when I first bought my house, my mortgage payment was $1,151. After my first year living in that house, they raised my mortgage to $1,579. The fuck? I thought I was tripping. That is a $428 increase. I was under the impression that my mortgage payment would literally never change, but I was wrong. So here's what happened, and I'm going to use example numbers. So let's say there's a house and the value of that house is $20,000. Because the value of the house is so low, that means that the property taxes are also going to be significantly low. So let's just say the property taxes are only $500 per year. Okay, now let's say an investor comes in and rehabs the entire house, puts everything brand new into the house, boom. Now it's a beautiful home. And now the value of that house is $150,000. Okay, now because the value of the house went up, that means that the property taxes are also going to go up. So now the property taxes are $2,000 per year instead of $500. And this is what they did not tell me. The fuck? So basically, I believe it's every single year they come and do an assessment of your house. And they say, what's the value of this house from last year to this year? And if your property has increased in value, they are going to increase your taxes. Now, I am highly upset with the people who, my mortgage lender and my realtor, for not explaining this to me. And the reason why I'm so upset is because I would have been okay with that if they would have explained that to me and I was ready and prepared. But no, I just got a bill in the mail and it said a $428 increase due in 2 months. I believe the issue is a lot of the times, especially when it comes to young people and first-time home buyers, realtors and mortgage lender, whoever you're dealing with, they don't want to give you all the information up front because they just want to make the sale. They just want to make money. And I believe that is so unethical because now I don't even want to work with you. Like, just tell me so I know and I'm prepared.
It's so sad. It's so sad to me because I just kind of feel like, at one point, owning a home was the goal. Owning a home, becoming a homeowner was you are making it, you are building wealth. You are on the part of building wealth for you and your kids. Like, you are building equity that, you can take money out of your home. But nowadays, that's not the case. It's like owning a home has become a burden to a lot of people. Owning a home is just stressing the shit out of people to the point where, it's almost as if all they're working for is to pay that mortgage, to pay that bills in the home without them actually surviving. You know what I mean? It just kind of seems like being a homeowner nowadays, owning a home nowadays is you just working yourself to death just to keep up with a home that you got. And it's so sad because at one point owning a home, what the American dream is just what everybody wants, just to own a home, become a homeowner. You know what I mean? It's just so sad to me because no one in America should ever feel this way. No one should ever feel trapped. No one should ever feel like they can survive to the point where they have to get rid of something that they were really, really proud of at one point for them to be, for them to feel like, okay, this is just, one problem that I don't have to deal with. You know what I mean? I just kind of feel like it's just so difficult. It's just so hard nowadays for everything. Everything is just so expensive, to the point where homeowners are giving up their homes and going back to rent. Owning a home, it comes with a lot. But renting also is just, renting is not cheap. Like two bedroom apartment, it's going to cost you, it's just, I don't know. It's just so sad to me. But let me know what you think about this in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.